Another cool thing that we can do with the picture is change colors of the picture or colors of different parts of the picture. So let's see what that's like. I want to pull your attention over here to the layers panel. And over here, you'll see that there are different buttons on the bottom. I want to show you this half moon cookie. It's like a black and white cookie over here. If you click on this, you can create adjustment layers. So I'm going to make an adjustment layer for this layer, layer 0. And I'm going to make a hue saturation layer, which pops open the properties panel. And now what we can do um, for this whole picture right now is I can take the saturation down to -100 and make the whole picture gray, or I could, let's bring that to 0. Now it's just regular. I can change the way all the colors show up by changing the hue slider, and I can also make the picture lighter or darker. This is only one of the adjustment layers that you can use. There are many, many adjustment layers available. You can make, all of these different things, and they look really cool depending on what you're trying to accomplish. Something else I want to show you is that you can make adjustments for just part of a picture. So let's say we have, and this is where our selections come into play. So let's say I want to make everything in the picture black and white except for the couch. So I'm going to make a selection of the couch first just by holding down Command or Control if you have a PC, and then I've made this selection. Now what I really want is everything except the couch, so I'm going to hold down Command Shift I or Control Shift I, and that inverts the selection. You can also find that over here by Select Inverse. And now if I were to make another hue saturation layer, I'm going to delete that one. If I make another hue saturation layer, I can now change everything except the couch. That actually doesn't really have much of an impact because the couch is not such a vibrant color. So this isn't something that I think is really worth doing artistically, but it is cool to know how to do. Something that might be cool to do, or might be cooler to do, is, I'm just going to turn that hue saturation layer off. I bet these paintings might look cool if they were the only thing that was colored in the picture, just because they have more color than other parts of the picture. So I've just selected them. Now I'm going to inverse that selection. I'm going to turn this hue saturation layer on. Actually, first let's undo that. I just want these paintings. So I'm going to make a layer, and I'm going to fill that in, turn that off, fill these in, deselect. And now that I have that as a selection option, I'm going to fill this layer mask in with white because I don't want it to do this. I want the black part to be those paintings. So let's turn this back on. And now I'm going to use the paint bucket to fill the whole thing with white. So let's select the whole image and then hit Edit, Fill, Foreground Color. So now whatever hue saturation we do is going to impact the whole page. Now we can do the paintings, hold down Command or Control, inverse the selection by holding down Command Shift I, and now I can fill this part in with, oh, I didn't need to invert that selection. I can fill this part in with black on the hue saturation layer, and now deselect, and now I can change all the colors and have it impact them. Now the truth is the colors on this picture are not super vibrant, um, but it's still worth knowing how to do it. There are some really cool adjustment layers that you can experiment with just by applying them there, and they become really powerful when you don't just change the entire picture, but you change parts of the picture by using selections.